Hey guys, it's time to Nephis and chill. We're a day late, but I might as well go over the week 2 incremental patch notes for the public test server version 6.3.1 for the Flames of Vision DLC, as Gina keeps reminding me, instead of Fires of Vision. Alright, so I believe a lot of the changes we can look forward to will probably come within week 3 to week 5. Week 2 typically doesn't have the biggest adjustments for the public test server. So in regards to, I know a lot of people are asking about this, like what's the new XP curve look like for the uncapped champion points? Are there any more changes coming to the champion point system? And there's a lot of worries in regards to that as well, in terms of how many points you need to fully min-max, not just for PvE, but even more so for PvP. But anyway, let's get over with this, with these patch notes, and that'll be it. Of course, they're implementing Jester's Festival. That's one of the next events in The Elder Scrolls Online. Feels like there's an event every other week. Combat and gameplay, known issues. Armor reduction bonuses are not currently working against targets who do not have the armor stat. Monsters do not have armor and that only have physical and spell resistance. Yeah, so a lot of sources of penetration are bugged. If you are in the ESO University Discord, Skyrender made a list, and Alkosh, Crusher, Major Fracture, Minor Fracture, or sorry, Major Breach, Minor Breach aren't working on Overland or instance mobs, including trials, dungeons. So the recent blind runs that Skinny and I did together on the PTS, in the 2 new veteran dungeons for DLC, we didn't have any penetration. And that's why we kept mentioning, oh, well, if only we had pen. So no real use, and that's why you guys haven't really been seeing a lot of testing in terms of DPS. I believe Wrath of Innos, who's also an ESO professor, made this neat chart that you can look at in Discord, or you can look at in this video. He took into account that, yes, armor debuffs are bugged. He gives you some tips for these, and you basically have to, if you really want to find out right now in the PTS how hard your DPS was hit by the CP 2.0 implementation or whatever, you can use this chart. From the looks of it though, damage isn't really, like, it's just still there. Nothing's being destroyed. As Skinny noted, we're probably going to be using mostly the same sets, mostly the same rotations for DPS. It's just going to be a bit of a newer angle, a bit of a different angle at which we look at things, because again, we can't just look at everything in the vacuum. We have to take into consideration everything. So it's going to be interesting to see how these kinds of changes translate into raids, actual raids, and so forth. I do possibly plan on raiding on the PTS, maybe like a couple times to with volunteers, to see how it feels in terms of both mitigation and damage. Because right now the crux of the issue for a lot of people is, in order to get both damage and mitigation, you need to have about at least 2,000 champion points as a DPS. At about 1400 CP or 1500 CP, you are essentially fine on DPS. You're just missing mitigation, because a lot of the mitigation was shifted over into the warfare tree, or the blue tree, away from the red tree. So there's that whole thing about choice between, oh, do you want to spec more into damage now, or do you want to spec more into mitigation over damage, things like that. And I know that's been criticized too as sort of an illusion of choice in terms of how many points you need to put into passes, but we'll see what happens. Honestly, I'm not really holding my breath. I'm just kind of waiting to see what they will do potentially in the weeks to come to address a lot of these concerns that the player base has. Alright, so Scale Collar Peak, the lacerate ability used by gargoyles now has a large telegraph to indicate it can be blocked. I wonder if this applies to Black Rose Prison as well, but okay. So again, really minor notes. Of course, they already found a couple bugs with the champion point system 2.0. Black Drake Villa, so we actually did these. Overall, in summary, if you guys want to watch the videos that we did for the blind run, for the hard modes, Black Drake Villa was actually a pretty cool dungeon. I really liked it. The last boss, especially, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I hope the last boss serves as the basis for the next class. It was that cool. Looks like we got some adjustments, some fixes, some telegraph fixes, visual fix of fire, so now that's pretty cool. Alright, so the Cauldron. This was the more underwhelming dungeon, and this is the easier dungeon. This has like 5 bosses with only 1 hard mode at the end, while Black Drake Villa is a bit of a harder dungeon with 3 bosses, 3 hard modes in the same format as the Stonethorn DLC. So yeah, looks like there's been some updates and fixes, corrected a number of small visuals in the new houses. And if you want to look at the new houses on PTS and you don't have PTS, I also made 2 videos touring both of these new homes. Kyne's Aegis. Okay, I actually pointed this out in the Discord. Lord Falgraven's prisons are no longer able to be affected by player abilities. This means groups that were, healing the prisoners to avoid certain mechanics like the Tormentors, you can't do that anymore. So it made the fight a bit easier, actually noticeably easier. So you can't heal the prisoners anymore as of next patch. So yeah, achievements, whatever, exploration, whatever. Okay, we got some motifs, Stone Garden, okay, achievement. Combat and abilities, let's look at this. Fixed additional issues with bonuses for certain attacks could unintentionally affect other attacks. Bonuses that increase your chance of finding better fish, such as Angler's Instincts and RTM Pickled Fish Pool, now more accurately describe their effects and no longer include a static % bonus, which was incorrect as fish can't do math or probability equations. Okay, sure. Rapid Maneuvers fixed an issue where casting these abilities more would fail on nearby innocents if the setting Prevent Attacking Innocents was turned on. I guess is like only useful for, if you want to rush the Prophet along during the main quest line. Okay, that's cool, I guess. Fix. Champion point system. Updated all tooltips in the champion point system to follow a new layout that describes their per stage and current bonus based on points spent. So yeah, the UI, certainly, it can be definitely overwhelming for a lot of us, but you do get used to it. And just like with how CP 1.0 has as much of a misnomer that is, it took us some time to get used to that back in the day, and now most people can just kind of respec, like almost blindfolded. Personality props, okay, you'll no longer be removed from first person view when certain animations play while running. That's just the Blade of Woe, I believe, or something else entirely. And fixed a rare crash during some animations. Fixed a rare crash that could occur when heavy combat with many other bow users. I wonder what that means. And fixed a rare crash caused by the model loading system. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I'm not really expecting anything from PTS Week 2. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, we need to kind of just wait. I'm expecting hopefully more actual meaty, juicy stuff in Week 3. But yeah, let me know how you guys find things on the public test server if you've gone on the public test server. And let me know down in the comments below if you're curious about anything on the public test server, if you haven't been able to get on the public test server, if you're from console, if you're just don't have the room. I know a lot of people have this issue, don't have the room to download a second ESO on their hard drive. So let me know if you want me to test anything or look at anything as well. And also let me know what your thoughts are in regards to the champion point system and other findings you've seen on the PTS. I know a lot of people have their own theory crafting and opinions going on, so it's kind of scary that such big changes are coming, but also kind of exciting at the same time. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys soon. Thanks for Nefis and chilling. Stay safe and have fun.